Hello, DC fans! My name is Benny. I'm sometimes known as the Comicstorian, and today I'm going to talk about Doomsday Clock number 10, sent to me by Warner Brothers and DC Comics so that I am able to read it and give you a quick review, which is what we're doing here today. Now, I want to get a little caveat for you. I only review books that I enjoy. So I enjoy Doomsday Clock. After 9 issues of kind of like basically getting to the point where we are literally at, can I have the point of this book? We get to the big issue, the pivotal issue that explains everything Dr. Manhattan has done, and I loved it. It was so amazing. If you have been kind of falling off of the Doomsday Clock train, you're like, oh my God, I'll just let it finish. I'll wait for it to wrap up. I'll read the whole trade. This is the issue to jump back onto. And if you've already been reading it, then you've already read Doomsday Clock number 10, and you're like, yes, Benny, I drastically agree with you. So 9 issues have gone by. We've got all kinds of weird stuff going on, like where is Dr. Manhattan? How did he affect the DC Universe? What did he do? This explains, well, if you hadn't figured it out, we're going into spoiler territory here. So anyway, this explains that Dr. Manhattan actually arrived and he was fascinated by the DC Universe. He didn't understand what was going on in the DC Universe. How can they have a character like Superman? What is the Justice Society? How do these things all affect each other? And here's a fun thing. People were tweeting out, I don't know if this is official or not, so just a heads up, but they were tweeting out asking, oh, Dr. Manhattan can officially time travel now because he went from the 1980s of Watchmen to the 1938 time period of the DC Universe. And the artist responded with, well, who said that 1980s in the Watchmen universe isn't the 1930s in the DC Universe? I don't know how accurate that is, but it sounded very accurate to me. So, either way, he goes to the 1938 time period, he meets an actor, and we discover that the actor is basically him. It's almost like his one friend in this universe, the one person he can talk to. And he's just looking at what's happening with Superman, and he's looking at what's happening with the Justice Society, but this one friend's timeline seems to remain the same, but things happen in the timeline and he finds them weird. He's basically looking at every crisis that has ever happened in the DC comic stuff. So he's seeing all the different origins of Superman and how he started, and how this one had his parents, this one didn't have his parents, this one he's loving him with a family, this one he's solo. I did like the comment from Dr. Manhattan that he was like, I kind of liked the New 52 universe. So what he basically decided is, since I'm a godlike individual, why can't I do what these characters like the Anti-Monitor and Monarch and all these guys have done? Why can't I affect the timeline? And so he wanted to see what would happen if he could move the Green Lantern out of the reach of Alan Scott, therefore the Justice Society of America is never made. What would that do to the DC Universe? And what we discovered is they're saying that that was the New 52 universe, where their histories were rewritten and a lot of the things that gave them hope were gone. And we got a Superman who didn't have his family, and he didn't have like that humanity grounding him to being Superman and being a Superman of the people and that kind of a thing. So I found this really interesting because we've had 9 issues of wondering, where is Dr. Manhattan and what is he doing? Well, when he fought the superheroes on Mars, we knew that that's where he was. So the question is, what has he been doing? So now we have 2 issues left to figure out how this is all going to come together. Because he even said himself, by doing what he's done, he has inadvertently made himself the villain of the story. And the only thing that he can see in the future is a very angry Superman coming to get him. So I'm excited. I'm not gonna lie, there was a period where the hype was kind of falling, and then Dr. Manhattan showed up, fought all the superheroes, and now we find out what he's doing. So I can't wait for issues 11 and 12, and I hope you're as excited about them as I am at this point. So let me know in the comments down below what you think about Doomsday Clock number 10, what you think about what Dr. Manhattan did, and if you want to join me, you can find me over at the Comicstorian channel, where we recap your favorite DC comic books all the time. Either way, I'll see you guys next time right here at DC Fans, because Doomsday Clock's amazing.